come again tomorrow. There's a new day to wash away the pain. There's a new day to take away your sorrow, and the old ways get washed out by the rain. Darling, you've got to keep holding on through the night, 'cause I promise you this: if you try to get some sleep, if you give up the fight, if only just for a bit, there's a new day to leave behind your troubles. There's a new day, and it will set you free. There's a new day to get you through your struggles. I will always think of you and me. Darling, you've got to keep holding on through the night, 'cause I promise you this: if you try to get some sleep, if you give up the fight, if only just for a bit, there's a new day. It is waiting for us. There's a new day waiting round the bend. There's a new day, and it will restore us. There'll be new ways. This is not the end.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in long conversations. Oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me wrong. I was so mistaken, 'cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. I was never the one to give up the ghost, and I was so far. Kept on playing my part, wanting to feel that the nothing was changing. So your view is so clear, and now that you're here, the colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson, 'cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. myself, and I'm thinking out loud. We won't need nothing else. rest of our time. And I know it so well, I will always be by your side. 'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark? From so far away, show us where we are. What makes the sun go to sleep every night? And what's it dreaming of? I wonder. How come the sky sometimes hides behind the clouds? Maybe it's just like me, a little bit scared of heights. Why does the rain always keep on pouring down when it's gray outside? It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder. I wonder. How come the trees get undressed when it's cold? And don't they miss the leaves they left behind? Could it be to make the ground shine like gold until winter comes? Until winter comes. Until winter comes. Makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder. Oh, I wonder. Stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are. It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. Oh, I wonder. I just wonder.
California, the sun is always shining bright. People are smiling, making plans, hiding behind their shades, and you're doing the same. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing with the heart hot as fire. But baby, I bet you're cold without me, even when it's 90 degrees. Without me, I bet that you can get any sleep in that bed, lying awake. 'Cause I'm not there beside you, keeping you warm and I know I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold. It never rains in California. The sun is always shining bright. But if the sky would open up, you're staying home, you don't get out. You always used to love the rain, but LA changed you. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where you're hot as fire. But baby, I bet you're cold without me, even when it's 90 degrees. Without me, I bet that you can get any sleep in that bed, lying awake. 'Cause I'm not there beside you, keeping you warm and I know I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold. I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where you're at. Hot as fire, but baby, I bet you're cold without me, even when it's 90 degrees. Without me, I bet that you can get any sleep in that bed, lying awake. 'Cause I'm not there beside you, keeping you warm and I know I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold. It never rains in California. The sun is always shining bright.
I don't think about it. About you leaving me. I don't know who I'd be. But everything we built just turned to broken names. I don't think about it. Do you think of me? Walking out that door. Never hearing me talk to myself in the morning anymore. Would it all just turn and turn and turn and turn and turn and turn? You don't think about it. Maybe it scares you like it scares me. What do we do with all the possibilities? Doesn't it scare you like it scares me? What do we do with all the possibilities? just fall into each other's arms. We laugh and we cry, we dry each other's eyes. We don't talk about it.
I fell in love with who I thought you were. Someone who'd never wanna see me hurt. But I was fooled by all the vows and words. No, no. We built a house when we were 21. Now I know I ain't never felt like home. Who can predict the future when they're young? Ooh, you call and keep on asking, is it too late for us? The answer I keep giving, isn't it obvious? Our love is turned to nothing. But before I go, you should know. Should know. You owe me years and years of happy times. You owe me tears and tears, 'cause I'm all out. Yeah, you were the worst kind of pain, but you were the pain that I needed to change. So I owe you too, yeah, yeah. I tried my best to fit in with your crew. Got close with all your friends, but never you. You shut me out and gave me attitude. No longer. You call and keep on asking, is it too late for us? The answer I keep giving, isn't it obvious? Our love is turned to nothing. But before I go, you should know. Should know. You owe me years and years of happiness. has their job, 9 to 5, and getting drained. They settle for second best, scared to risk what the future might bring. What the future might bring. I hold my breath, waiting for someone to knock at my door, telling me there is more waiting for me. Whoa. If I love you harder than I've ever done before, oh, maybe I belong somewhere above the water. My lungs are tired from running for a long time. My feet got blisters, but maybe I belong if I love a little harder. If I love all the ways the world puts me to the test, if I embrace every fall, learn to grow and keep myself tall, would it hurt at all? I hold my breath, waiting for someone to knock at my door, telling me there is more waiting for me. Whoa. If I love you harder than I've ever done before, oh,
우울증인 줄 알았는데 정상이네.
우울증이면 우울증을 찾아가고 우울증이면 조증을 찾아가고
찾아가는 게 아니라 피해가는 거지. 힘들겠다. 정상이라.
괜찮아. 너 있잖아. 카메라 들고 지켜보자 레전드. 그럼 항상 이렇게 기대치를 하면 우리 문장이야. 친구가 매니저는 좀 불편하지 않나? 그렇지. 매니저로서 마음의 양식. 책 읽는 거 좋아해? 사는 걸 좋아해? 왜? 마음의 양식보다 그냥 양식이 필요한 시간 같아. 책도 안 읽지 않아. 유용한 양식을 먹어야지.
There's a new day that will come again tomorrow. There's a new day to wash away the pain. There's a new day to take away your sorrow. And the old ways get washed out by the rain. Darling, you've got to keep